Hi, my name is Abigail Murray, and I want to talk with you about a few things today. So welcome to the second grade, first of all. I hope your child really enjoys being in my classroom. So kind of to start, I kind of want to tell you just a little bit about myself so you can get a feel of who I am as a person and feel a little bit more comfortable with your child being in my class. So, as I said, my name is Abigail Murray. A little bit about me, I'm extremely passionate about teaching. I find the position personally really satisfying, and I love seeing the students that I work with succeed and grow and learn, and I love creating lesson plans and organizing everything and interacting with my students. Education has really become a great passion of mine, and I love creating a safe, friendly, and productive environment for my students. That's actually my top priority, making sure my students are successful in my classroom. I've also worked as a tutor for several years, and across a range of subjects. I've worked with a lot of students in a lot of different aspects of subjects and all that kind of stuff. I've had worked with all different kind of students of different backgrounds and different learning styles, so I can really target a lot of different things. I believe with my experience and my skill set, I would make a great asset to your child's education. I'm always open to questions. I do have a few rules in my classroom, especially with parent involvement. I know you guys love being involved in your child's education and getting to see the classroom and getting to see how they're working. That is great. I want my parents to be involved in my classroom, but to an extent. The lessons and daily teachings do need to be up to me. I do need to be able to watch this child work, and parent involvement can sometimes be a little bit of a distraction in the classroom. I want to keep the distractions minimal and optimize our learning time so we make sure that we get through everything we need to get through in the school year and really get every topic covered nice and thoroughly, and I can kind of really keep their attention a little bit. There are certain times though in the classroom where parent involvement's great, and I would love your parents to come in. If there are times where I'm asking for parent involvement in the classroom, I will definitely send a handout home with our child or your child, and any student or anyone, or parent involvement, maybe some sibling involvement would be really fun. I'll definitely send a handout home explaining everything, what we're going to be doing, why we need you there, what time. Things like show and tell we will be doing throughout the year, maybe a job showing, just to kind of get you involved in a fun and educational way and so you can see how they act in the classroom. So I also want to talk a little bit about my discipline policy. So this is a huge, huge topic. Every year I always have some issues like this. There's always questions about my discipline policy. I'm pretty lax and lenient about this. I'm not crazy about it. I do want your students to have a chance. If they've done something wrong, it's not always bad. I mean, everyone makes mistakes, and I do want you to have a chance to understand that. But I do need to have some rules in my classroom to make sure everyone is safe and feels respected and feels like they matter. One of my first rules is to be respectful. Respect each other. Pay attention to your teacher. Pay attention to me. We always have to be paying attention. We always have to respect our peers. We don't want our peers to be in any kind of danger. I want everyone to be safe in my classroom. The next one I have is to be responsible. I want you to make sure we follow directions the first time they're given. Finish taking care of your things. I can't be telling every child to make sure that you're doing your assignment and make sure everyone's working. I will be watching, but with about 20 kids in my classroom, I do want to make sure everyone knows they have some responsibility to do the things that I ask and to follow the directions. My third rule is to be safe. This one's very important. I do not want anything to happen to any of my children in my classroom. Nothing. So one of my rules definitely is to be safe. Keep your hands and your feet to yourself. Ask permission before you leave the classroom. We do have hall monitors. You're always more than welcome to ask if you have to go to the bathroom or you need a drink or to blow your nose or anything or to go to the nurse. You're always more than welcome to ask. But I ask that you tell me that you leave the classroom so I know where everybody is, so I can keep track of everybody, so I know what's going on in my classroom. I don't want to look and see when my child is missing. Then we can create some problems of not being able to find someone. I want to know where you guys are at all times. My next rule is to be kind. Treat others as you want to be treated. if someone's saying something harsh to somebody or you're saying something harsh to somebody, it can hurt. I want people to know words hurt too. It's not just physical. Anything can hurt. Words are probably one of the most painful things. I have a zero tolerance policy for bullying. That is one of my biggest things. Bullying is something huge in classrooms. I do have a zero tolerance policy. I will talk to you about it. I will be acting on it. That is one thing that I'm huge about, just being kind to everybody. And my last policy is to just be here. If you're sick, I understand, but you need to be here as much as possible, because if you're missing valuable teaching time, you're going to fall behind and you're going to lose the opportunity to learn a subject with everybody else in your own time, and you're going to be playing catch up. That's not fun. So my thing is just to be here every day that you can and to come to class on time. I don't want you coming in late, willy-nilly. I get that things happen. We have dentist appointments and stuff, but I want to make sure you're coming in on time every day and you're participating. I don't want the same kids participating in the class. I want everybody to be involved, everyone to feel like they can talk to me, participate, get a chance to answer questions and be in on the conversation. So then I do have some rules on if we don't follow these. My first time that there is an issue, I will issue a warning. I do understand we do all make mistakes. We forget the rules sometimes. So I will give you a warning. It's okay, it happens. The second time we have an issue, I will take away your recess. You'll lose the chance to be in recess and you'll have to kind of sit in the classroom, maybe do some homework or read a book. You'll have to think about what happened and think about not doing it again. So my third offense, not only are you going to lose your recess, but I also want to make sure I'm calling home, talking to your parents, seeing if maybe something else is going on. If we're having a third offense, we know the rules and we know why we broke them. We just want to make sure that we're figuring out why we broke them, what's going on, making sure the parents understand and know what's going on. Maybe something we can talk about at home as well. My fourth offense, I do have an in-school suspension policy. If we're at a fourth time, we've already contacted the parents. We already know what's going on. We really need to see some serious consequences to kind of put a stop to that, hopefully, and protect all the children in the classroom. And I will say the fourth time, I will be meeting with parents. I do want you guys to come in. We can talk about the offense, maybe get down to the root of what is happening and why it's happening. So now that we've gotten past some of the difficult stuff and my discipline policy, I do want to talk about a little bit more of the fun stuff, or what we'll be learning this year. I know it's on everybody's mind. What will my child be learning in the second grade classroom? Because it's very different. We're moving fast. We're moving forward towards getting to learn all kinds of subjects and fun opportunities. So some of the things your child will learning that's building upon this year are reading skills. We definitely want to really hone in on those, understanding what a noun and a verb is. Writing skills, we'll be looking at writing basic stories and actually being able to edit those stories, kind of look over them, check the spelling ourselves, kind of learn that. We'll be digging into some math skills like counting, numerical sequence, being able to make sure we can put numbers in order, understand which number goes first. Adding and subtracting, we'll start with some basic numbers and work our way up, hopefully, to some 3-digit big numbers for adding and subtracting. And we'll be working on measurements, like taking a measurement of like a square, trying to figure out the perimeter of it, trying to figure out where we're going with it, how big it is. And we'll also be working on telling time, not just in the digital form, but in a clock. We'll be working on being able to figure out where the hands go, telling time, being able to execute time, anything like that. So I think we're going to have a really good year this year. We sound like we're going to learn a lot, and I think that covers about everything. I'm really looking forward to a great productive year with your students. I'm looking forward to being able to meet everybody and experience all this fun time with them. And I'm also looking forward to working with you parents throughout the year and being able to get to know you and your child. Thank you.